Howdy everyone, Ilias Leonidas here for our part 3 of our Medieval 2 Total War Scotland campaign. Part of our Scottish Revenge Tour. Kicking up in this part 3, we're going to hopefully be attacking Dublin and taking over the whole of Ireland. It's a 10 trade, he's a 10 mine. I think we still get this 46 florins a turn, even though they built the mines themselves. So we're going to have you go as far as you can, which is to here, and we're going to join you up with this army. So that should give us a decent numerical advantage. They do have, it looks like not terrible units, but we'll see how good or bad they end up being. We're going to have you move over just a little bit just to see everything England does here on the Isle. So it's looking okay, not looking too terrible. Going to advance the turn. Our diplomat will continue southwards. Now I think I actually saw another princess, but I could be stir crazy and just seeing imaginary princesses at this point. So we are gaining a little bit more money, but we should be good to attack Dublin here. So with that, we are going to start our next battle. It's still led by our great King Malcolm. So this 2-1 ratio. This battle won't be quite as cut and dry easy. This one will probably be the best test of how good or bad a general I am. Spoilers, it's probably pretty bad. So, for the first time in this little campaign, our battle is in the summer, or at least in a non-snowy season, which is a very unnatural weather phenomenon.
St. Andrew preserve us! Who knows what folks we could catch from that part of the roads before we kill them?
So let's start our battle. How do I want to line you all up? That should be fine. I'm gonna group these guys in one group. We're going to group these guys as well into this group. These are our crazy Highland troops, so sure they can be grouped together. And we have our archers in our fourth group. Our king, like I said, I'm always so worried how it goes down, so we're going to keep him back. We're going to move our first group up, and then we're going to move these guys up as well to start raining down fire. Group 2, we are going to bring out, I'm trying to see where they start at. I think some of them start over here. So we're going to start over here since most of you guys are over here. I'm going to drag them out that way. Also, we're going to bring our king to attack from this way. And these Highland guys can come out this way as well. I want you guys to kind of take the front. These cheaper, not really great units are perfect. These are Irish missile units. Gonna want them to engage and kind of tangle with each other here. These are missile units. I'm trying to see, we have peasant archers, so I'm gonna want these guys to move up and start taking aim. Some of these units. Where are these guys? Are out here. I want to have them come in. I'm gonna want them to get over here somehow. Hopefully I'm gonna have them take the long way around. Sorry if I'm clicking a lot. It sometimes doesn't really register well what I'm trying to tell them to do. So I get very frustrated and very annoyed by have to kind of like repeat it. We're doing okay here. The enemy is kind of getting pushed back. These guys are heavy infantry, so they will crush our little weaker dudes. These are heavy infantry, but I think we could do pretty well if we can get in here and attack them. And actually, what we're going to do is take these kind of heavier knights and bring them out around. And we're going to charge forward with our 2 weaker divisions. These guys are going to get in here and attack from the west, or what I assume is the west. I actually don't know what direction I'm facing right now. I don't see a compass. So our archers, if you could continue to try to lay fire into those guys, as nice it would be to help out with this battle, I'd rather you guys win. Yeah, these missile units are getting really wrecked. That's totally fine. How is our... So these forces are pretty strong, at least stronger than what we normally deal with. We're going to disengage because they're tearing us apart pretty well, actually. And that's totally fine. This town militia is really weak. I'm not sure where our horses are trotting. There we go. Hopefully they'll be running over there, and we're going to try to take these archers from behind. We are engaged over here. Hopefully get these troops over here as well. We're going to bring our king in. I'm hoping they can walk through here. If not, they'll just add more men somewhere. Again, I'm not the strategic master general of things when it comes to this. We are at least distracting some of these forces. Now, unfortunately, it did move, and they are being a little smart here. They moved these heavy knights, heavy rebel forces back over. Town militia, these guys are a lot more susceptible. We're going to charge. Hopefully, this is going to drag these heavy infantry back over towards us. If that happens, then what we're going to do is charge at them from back here. They're honestly the strongest troop. Now, we are getting crushed here in this Highlander versus light infantry battle. So that's not going super great for us, but I think we only had about 30 men to start in there, so not the worst kind of losses, not the worst defeat there. I really don't want to engage these guys, especially with... No, that's good. Good fact that just came out. So they're down to half strength, which is perfect. We're breaking through the front here. My hope is once we break through the front, they'll move these heavy infantry. At the very least, we are kind of taking away their strongest unit and just distracting them. So I'm fine with that. I just really would like to get to these infantry units so they stop shooting. And we have a breakthrough. We're going to charge through. Our horses, these 2 regiments are near dead. And I don't want to kill them, but at the same time, them getting in on these infantry could really help out. So we're going to retreat these 10 men, and we're going to send these guys in. The heavy knights have come and met with my king, which does worry me, but at least my king is a heavily armored kind of unit, and he is being assisted by this Highlander group right here. And we're about to hopefully come charging in from behind to take them out. These few horse troops are really starting to... there's still a wall kind of in our way. These horse troops are doing a decent job. They're dying, but they've really tied up what little archers are left, and they're mowing down quite a few of them. I was waiting for an epic charge, and they've been just kind of walking at a light jog.
Good tidings. The enemy general
That's
lies
perfect
dead.
news for us. Enemy general has fallen, dead. We came charging in back. They speared a lot of people, and that unit group is completely gone. It's great news for us. We're gonna want to come over here and finish off these archers. They unfortunately were able to kill one of our horse groups, one of our cavalry groups. It's not great, our border horse, light cavalry, but I am okay with that. Acceptable losses for a new settlement and us taking a victory.
I sent Andrew. My lord! We have lost
No, we
control
haven't.
of the
It freaked me out. I thought our general had died or something real drastic had just happened, but we're okay. There's this one dude running. Oh man. Oh, you're about to. We're gonna kill him. There's his revenge for getting rid of the cavalry brigade, and he is dead. Okay, I believe that should be everyone. I don't see any. No, there's somewhere. Oh, right here, right here. It's these heavy infantry units. We're gonna come in and hopefully sweep up the rest of them. Damn, these the cavalry just melted like butter against some of these Scottish troops. I guess these Irish rebels, I should say.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great.
So we are victorious. That's great news. Let's see how bad it is. We lost 272. It's not the worst. We still had about a 2-to-1 ratio kill, which is always a nice thing to maintain. Definitely a lot higher casualties than I would have liked, but I think that was overall not too bad an outing by me. So Dublin, let's occupy Dublin.
Glory and honor.
Going to build a wall with what little money we have right now.
Lands and glory to Scotland.
We got 4 mailed knights in our capital, which is great, but at the same time is actually a rather costly unit. So what we are going to do is we are going to compress some of these units into one division and disband the extra. I'm tempted to keep these border horses just because I love when my divisions rank up and get ranks, but let's at least get rid of some of these Highland archers. Yeah, we might as well disband them, that way we don't have an extra unit. And we're looking good. We have now expanded to 4 settlements. We control pretty much everything on the Isles except for the English possessions and just Inverness up here. Inverness. I'm not sure how you say it. I always say Inverse. Pretty sure that's wrong, but just this wooden castle up here at the north of Scotland. End of turn report. We're still very low in a lot of rankings. That's fine. We're able to rout the enemy and take out a lot of them. We're going to meet with Portugal next turn to build a trade rights deal and hopefully maybe even an alliance. We're going to accept this. Perfect. Well, we get 500 florins. We're talking by France on England. Allow allies declare war. Repair one of our allies. We can only remain with. Would you prefer we're the aggressor? Yes, I think. Yes, okay, perfect. So we have just basically said F off to England. And France is fighting the English now, and we are going to maintain this allies and be bestest of friends. So diplomatic relations, the following have happened. Ironically, the English and Portuguese and the English and Spanish have decided to become allies, which is not great news for us. We do not want the Portuguese and Spanish to abandon us for the English. Let's see if they'll do. Wow, they do not. We'll try this. This just rejected, so that probably means.
I am afraid
Yeah, we'll try another turn, but it might be a little bit more difficult now, especially since they have an alliance with England, and especially since we just kind of turned on England. So financially, we are building back up our forces. I'm going to bring everyone that's basically non-essential. Dublin should be fine as is, and we're going to bring our troops back over here to kind of build up along the English border area. What we want to do is we want to see what's going on. Most of the English forces are over here in Burgess. And how strong is this English fleet? Is not very strong.
We are not your enemy.
We're going to queue that for now. I can't afford it, but if we could potentially build up a strong enough navy, which could be as few as 3 ships. There's unfortunately no naval battles. It's kind of random sometimes, but we could potentially kind of deal a devastating blow to the English. And I think that's what we're going to do. We'll leave that for now. We'll only get 1 ship built. And what we're going to want to do is gather as many forces as we can to march down south with our king.
Move out.
We might try to give some extra throwawayable units, but we'll see how that goes. Because since France is at war and since the English army is down here, it is a perfect time to strike. These aren't really that important. We'll just check out this. I love to do this every turn. Byzantine Empire still going strong. We're still the opposite side of that, very bottom. The English just actually suffered a pretty big defeat, which is great news for us. But we need to get over there, and we need to get our forces, or our ships at least, to deal kind of a blow to their navy. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why I'm addressing you, but I am, because I need to. So we're losing 91. I really, really want to try to risk this 2v2, because if we risk it and we succeed, we have effectively cut off the English from being able to really reinforce them. Plus, I kind of want to either bring this spy down here, or now they do have very strong forces down here, and having a bit more he has a very high tax rate. I thought I could adjust. Apparently I can't adjust the... so we can't really get too much more unless we start giving up troops, which are kind of cause some problems as far as... They just cause some problems as far as not having quite the finances I want available. We still... I think we might risk it. It's a early move we could do. If it succeeds, we surprise kind of what's going on here with the English. If it doesn't succeed, then, oh well. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is where I'm going to end this part. If you liked the video, please make sure to leave a like. If you're interested in receiving updates when we release more of parts from this series or are interested in any other series on the channel, please make sure to subscribe. This is Ilias Leonidas. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.